How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
始めようか。
楽しませてくれよ。
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Absorbs the attack and fires back. There's a corner switch. Time to do some damage after that wall splat. Neither of them willing to back off here. Projectile to try and change the situation. Heading into the end game now. Rising uppercut. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Medium kick hits. Blocks the impact. Forcefully closes the gap. Connects with medium kick. Looking for a chance. Jump. Breaks the block with a throw. That throw will do some good damage. Sneaks in above. Barely blocks the jump in. Do they have enough drive gauge? Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could excellent block. Awesome. You've gotta be right. It's the drive. They are abs cross up attack. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Springs forward with the drive rush. Okay, here we go. Dangerous range here. Even the slightest hit may end the round. They can't afford any mistakes. They're running out of time. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Quick medium poke. Oh, bends it on the fireball. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
They are letting it fly from the get-go. Pokes with a medium kick. Player 1 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Holy! Shrugs that off! Putting the cherry on top! Spends it all on the super! Not shy one bit about it! Player 1 is on track to clutch anti-air. These guys are not giving each other all the throw connects. Oh, here we go. A jump in? Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Goes airborne! Player 2 can't let gotta do better than that. And it is over! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but no... We're in for something special right here, right now.
始めようか。
楽しませてくれよ。
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. No good up high. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Both players have near empty super art gauges. Whoever can build theirs up first may have a big advantage here. I want to see how they manage their SA gauge here. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. The timer is down to half. How will both competitors use this remaining time? Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Projectile to try and change the situation. Knockdown. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. The jump-in is denied. Can't tech the throw. Life lead opens up. Throws them to negate the block. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Fight!
Who's going to start things off? Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match. Player 1 oh no, they're stunned. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. The super art doesn't kill. They gotta focus to finish this off. That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Player 2 is barely tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. They return to center stage. Can they create an opportunity? KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
始めようか。
楽しませてくれよ。
Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Deftly shuts out the jump-in. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Will this super art connect? The super art finds its mark. Decides to meet them in the air. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Who will capitalize on an opening first? You've gotta be mindful of reaching in there. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Goes for the jump in to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Jumps in. Connects with medium kick. Jumps up, brushes that off, and keeps going. Going in. Player 2, well, this is gonna be bad news. What'll happen here? Gotta be careful. Crowns him from above. Sandblast. Burnout activates. Are we gonna see it come? This is gonna hurt. Jump. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player betting it all on the drive rush. Looking for a hole. Closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Both uses their drive game. Who will come out on top in this final round? Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Can they make the most of this? Goes all in with the uppercut. Excellent block. Jumps. Like links it. Ooh, what a smart throw. Keeps him out. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Gotta do better than that. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Meets them air to air. Drops some hard flatline zone. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
始めようか。
楽しませてくれ。
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Overdrive. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. What's the play here? Impact's a no-go. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Very solid corner set. Right lead opens up. Takes a trip. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Jumps in. Oh, could be the start of something. Burnout dissipates. Blocks the impact. Dashes up. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
A trade, but they're not worried. Shoots off a fireball up close. They hit each other. Player brushes that off and keeps going. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player 2, burnout activates. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They're going for the super art. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. We have strong critical. What's gonna happen? In there. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We're in for something special right here, right now.
始めようか。
楽しませてくれよ。
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. The impact gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. They're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Deftly shuts out the jumper. What are they thinking here? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super art gauge. Throws out a projectile. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Holds out with the block. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The jump-in is denied. Can't tech the throw. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Medium kick hits. Drive gauge finally recovers. Checks him with the projectile. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag him with something. All right, what's coming up next? Pokes with a medium kick. Less than 20 seconds remaining. KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Scrapping it out up close. Checks with a medium kick. Gets out of there with a backdash. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Blocks it. Manages to block the jump-in attack. What'll happen here? Tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. Looking for it. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. All in with a rush. Are we gonna see a comeback here? A jump in? One chance here may end this match. This is gonna hurt. Nice fireball. What are they gonna do? Good parry. How did they anticipate that jump in? This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Who's going to steal this win? Jumps in. Colt springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Reads the jump in perfectly. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. But nothing stops this train. Burns out. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very prepared. This is gonna hurt. With super corrects them. No! Stunned off the wall! Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale. Player 2, they pick this time to bust this out. Do they have what it takes to steal the round here? Escapes the corner. A real test of nerve throws him. I can't believe it is over. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
始めようか。
楽しませてくれよ。
Round 1. Fight!
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Difficult situation for a throw. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Jump in finds the mark. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Taking stock. Neither of them willing to back off. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish count. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. In there! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Opts to create space to start. Who's going to start things off? Yo, put that away. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Player, they were right to be on guard there. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 2 will have, oh no, they're stunned. Knockdown and manages to block the jump-in attack. Goes rising uppercut. Player 2, this is gonna hurt. A quick breather. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Finds the target. Dangerous range here. Checks with a sandblast. Anti-air in the clutch. Okay, nobody blink. Gotta do better than that. Excellent block. Oh my God, pumps the brakes on the impact. Who will set the bait at the quick burns out? Player 1, what a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
They are letting it fly from the get-go. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Goes air to air and takes their turn. Good judgment there. Links it. Dangerous range here. All in with a rush. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could drop them. Goes airborne. Player 2 is on the burns out. Player 2 corrects them. Oh, stunned. Bad news is on the way. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale.
どうした待て
Players, yo, critical art now. Down on life. They gotta make a move. Shakes things up with a fireball. Medium kick into. What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was gonna happen. Player one. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
始めようか
楽しませてくれよ
Round 1 Fight
All right, first round. What's going to happen? That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Goes for the fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Uses the parry. Taking stock. Nails the anti-air. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Ah, burnout activates. Life lead opens up. Shoots off a fireball up close. The jump-in is denied. Smart choice to use that attack to do chip damage and get the KO to take the round. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Fight
Dashes up. Who's going to start things off? Checks with a medium kick. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Impacts are no-go. Forcefully closes the gap. Great, burnout activates. Sticks the combo. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious rising uppercut. Blocks the cross-up. Flies him open with a Shoryuken. The impact doesn't do anything. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Player one needs to use the threat of throws them. There's a change of side. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. All in with a rock. Links it. In there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round Fight
Opens with the hits the drive. Medium kick hits. Hold solid anti-air. Wrecks them. Player knocked them out of the air. They just said, get that jumping out of here. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Player two reads the jumping perfectly. Backed into the corner. No! Stunned off the wall. Slices the gastrointestinal tract. Ryu putting that MD and whooping ass to work. Player two has a full drive gauge, but it's what a finish. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
始めようか
楽しませてくれよ
Round 1 Fight
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with a projectile. Blocks the jump in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. What's the play here? Deftly shuts out the jumper. Player two is just about out of drive after that. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. All right, what's coming up next? Player one Can't afford to get hit again, but still has a check. Gets him. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jumps up. Plus him. The jump in is denied. Spends the gauge, fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Knockdown. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. With this kind of gauge gap, they'll want to think about when to use it and not be trigger happy. Blocks it. Sandblast. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Uses the gauge for a super art. Going in. Crowns him from above. Taking chunks out of it, goes all in with the uppercut. Player 2 can't let this simmer. Oh, the throw connects. Will they gamble something here on a throw? Doesn't check the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Back at the start. This tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Oh, yo, raw super here. Spins it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
Marina.
Can they make the most of this? Keeps him out. Ugh, scuff him. These guys are not giving each other any to crowns them from above. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. They're in range, which uses their drive gauge. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Oh my god, they just choked it up. It is over. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.